What it be? What it do? It's Tony the Dude. Lil. Hello. Why?
Bro, I'm sorry. This is just off topic. I was looking through Hero Forge and tell me how people are fucking making SpongeBob characters in Pokemon.
I saw them. I saw.
That shit fucking hilarious.
The first thing I saw was Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Sandy cheeks.
Yeah, I saw Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy first, and I was like, cool.
But then I started scrolling down more, and they're also doing fucking Pokemon.
Oh my god! And there's Woody. They got all kinds of weird ass people. There's some really cool ones too, though.
Yeah.
People have gotten really intense with Hero Forge, which is so dope.
I just found one that's called Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it's Obi-Wan Ken-Nobi, as like in like Ken from Barbie. With, like,
oh my god. Why?
What the fuck?
Why?
Okay.
Some of these are fucking badass. I'm saving some of them.
Some of these are fucking hilarious.
Some of these are fucking badass.
Ozzy Osbourne. Someone made fucking Ozzy Osbourne.
I may or may not have modified the Ozzy Osbourne to make the model for Gascoigne.
That, you know what? That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I really thought you were about to say you did it for Reggie, and I would have laughed my ass off.
That would have been funny.
I would have fucking laughed.
I made Reggie a long time ago.
You probably should have.
It's really funny. I probably should. You're probably right about that. It was some of like the SpongeBob ones are really low texture poly. Like Sandy is like low poly. It's so disturbing.
It was funny though.
Jesus.
Anyway, all right.
Well,
I told Chris we were starting earlier just so he knows.
Okay. So
he might be here. He might not. He should be though.
Well, welcome back to the Jaeger D&D campaign. I am your host and Dungeon Master, TonyTheDudeTV. And for those of you new, this is Team Jaeger. Jaeger is a RWBY-based D&D campaign set on an alternate timeline in the world of Remnant, okay? I am the creator of this world, matter of fact. I control everything, to the wildlife in the forest, to the winds in the air, the monsters and villains in this world. This is the story of Jaeger. Joining me this week, got Lilith, Queen of Wakanda, Master of Menagerie, Princess.
I'll take Wakanda. I'll take Wakanda.
Somehow. Wakanda.
I'll take Wakanda.
Remnant.
I don't know how I got to Wakanda, but I'll take it.
Yo, that'd be so cool. What if there was like a secret?
I have no idea how I got to Wakanda, but I'll take it.
I gotta somehow make the Remnant equivalent of Wakanda.
I was about to say, listen, I don't know how I got there. I don't know what happened, but I'll do it. I'll take it.
Shit. What the fuck?
I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I got here, but.
I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I got here. I don't know how I got anywhere.
Looks at Black Panther in the eyes. I don't know how I got here. I'm just here now.
It's like
so.
I didn't want to be here. To be honest, like
I mean, this place is amazing. It's cool, but like I need to get home.
It's like I didn't
pizza
ask.
in the oven.
I got the pizza in the oven. It's fucking great.
There's a pizza in the oven, and
like,
I kind of don't want my health
it was really tasty too. Like that shit was about to be bussin'.
Jesus.
Like damn, I'm hungry now. I just want pizza. God damn it.
I have a little.
Why?
I have a little Kasumi. I have a little persona.
Is that a mini body pillow?
Kind of.
That's
it's
funny.
Like so me and my brother went to a convention in Philly, and it was a stand that was just selling like little mini pillows that had like little chibi versions of characters on it. And me and my brother both got one, but we got two persona characters. I got Kasumi Yoshizawa, and he got Joker. He got the new character.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
they
sick.
were pretty cheap too. They were like I think $10 for both of them.
Damn, bro.
$20 for both of them.
That's intense.
Yeah.
I love that.
Conventions are a crazy place.
I still want to go to one. I don't wanna. They don't let me out of the house too much.
They don't let me out.
They don't let me out of my cage to go free. I'm like a caged rabid animal.
Listen, I'm only in my cage because I choose to be in my cage.
Right.
I'm in my cage because I choose to be in my cage.
I like my my nest that I've created over there. I'll be sleeping in momentarily.
Listen, my room is
my nest.
Part mess.
Part nest or mess.
Part mess.
Part mess.
It's a mess, but it's my mess, and I know where everything is in the center.
Well, I just make a nest. Like it's a nest of blankets that just. I just get in there
But,
and I'm like,
I made my
I'm
bed
good.
for the first time because I got home from when I helped my brother move his computer to his dorm today, and we got home and for the first time like I think like in a day or two because I don't usually make my bed when I leave. I just sleep in it.
Yeah.
I never saw a reason to make my bed when I'm just gonna mess the bed up anyway when I sleep in it again the next night. So I was like, you know what, I'm bored. So I'm gonna make. I was looking for my earring back, and I was like, I'm just gonna make my bed, see if I can find it. Didn't find it, but
found something.
now my bed's made.
Shit.
Didn't find it, but my bed's made now. So.
Well, that's always good. Most people don't even get to the making the bed part.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Usually mine just stays a nest. And it's just,
Mine's
and then I come back to the nest and I like gotta fluff it up and shit. I'm like, I'm good, like I'm chilling. Well, welcome to Jaeger episode. Can you believe it? 17.
Jesus.
17. That's crazy.
Listen, I want to make it known that one of these points in time when we're playing, I am gonna end up making a character whose their semblance is just a persona.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna do it.
Persona. Oh, under Sword Art Persona RWBY Part 2.
Listen, Listen, you could turn a lot of things from Sword Art into semblances. I just don't do it.
All right, hold up. Did you see
the full dive?
No. Blake. They fucking took her ears off, bro.
Listen,
where did they go?
I don't mind it too much because it didn't look bad, but it throws people off at first. It's a throw off at first.
Bro. Why?
It throws people off at first, but I don't mind it.
Well, did you know that so some DC fans have pointed out that RWBY and Blake's using Deathstroke's sword and bow staff, while RWBY is using Scarecrow's scythe. Like,
I didn't notice that. That's so cool. What the fuck?
I was like, oh, so they're like giving them DC weapons to play with too. So that's cool.
That's so cool.
I don't know what Weiss has. I didn't really see a whole lot of her, but I'm scared. Like,
you know the other theory, Tony?
What's that?
There's a theory going around that the second part of RWBY vs. Justice League takes place after Volume 9.
Damn. Oh, shit.
People are saying that it takes place after Volume 9 happened.
That'd be cool, but how do they get... I mean, that'd be cool.
The only way I can think is that when they went through the Ever After, they didn't go... And then they went out of the Ever After and didn't end up in Remnant. They ended up into the DC universe.
Yeah, because they could do exactly what... So, the Flash did remember Supergirl in that crossover episode where he showed up?
Yeah.
Well, how that crossover was explained in the Flash, in that episode, they were building him the speed thing that's on his chest to help him go faster. He went so fast that he went to Supergirl's Earth, but in that episode, he
explains it.
He disappeared and then came back 2 seconds later, and then we just infer that episode happened in between.
He kind of explains what happened in the episode where he's like, I ran so fast that I ran into a different universe, and then he explained like how it works, because how like all the different versions of the universe are like in the same spot, just vibrating at different frequencies.
Yeah.
And he basically said, I ran so fast that I changed the frequency that was the vibrating frequency that I was on, just switched.
Yeah. So he pretty much, like, in the episode of The Flash where he disappears and then he reappears and you hear the Supergirl theme right after that, and it infers that episode happened in between.
That's kind of cool.
That would be really cool, a cool way to explain how that crossover happened, where they're like, alright, finally back to Remnant. Oh, fuck, what is this? God damn it.
God damn it.
We're never gonna sleep, are we?
I'm just trying to think, like...
I don't think they've slept yet.
I don't think it timeline-wise, it doesn't really make sense, especially because at RTX, I think they showed them... Hold on, let me go see if I can find the episode. Oh, no, it might not be on Crunchyroll, but in RTX, they, like, gave a sneak peek of what Remnant looks like after, like, Team RWBY left.
Yeah, the season... It wasn't, like, an epilogue for Volume 9 that would have happened? Yeah,
but it wasn't, like, it was, like, actually on Crunchyroll. It was, like, it was only an in-person thing at RTX.
And it was just the storyboard.
Unless they did put it on here. Yeah, no. But it was like a storyboard.
Yeah.
And I think it said they showed up back in Remnant when like why everything was going like why they were like all having like the fucking like memorial for them. I think.
Well, yeah.
I didn't get to see it myself.
Like I said, they could just have it where they reappear. They're like, all right, now we're back, and like they don't have to even explain where they were prior. They can just be like, yeah, we
have no idea where they
got
were
some other
prior,
stuff going on. Yeah, we had to help.
Then we went to this place called New York, and now
she's
we're
like,
back
then
here.
I lost my ears.
I lost my ears.
And she's like, oh,
like I said,
dude, it'd be great. She comes back, she's like, oh, finally. That'd be great.
I don't particularly mind. Like, I understand why. Listen, I'm someone who I love cat girls to the end of the earth.
Fuck yeah.
But I kind of find it cool that they felt like they didn't take her ears. I think there's a way that she gets them back. I think is what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a way for her to get them back, and it's gonna be by the end of the by the time the movie ends and they go back to Remnant, she has her ears back.
I'm so excited for this movie. I love the first one. I love seeing RWBY for more than like 10 minutes.
Wait, hold on.
Because I'll tell the audience this, like, holy fuck, trying to watch that movie, I was like, dude, I love this movie. Because then I can watch RWBY for more than just, 10-minute episodes. Oh my god.
Got it.
Oh my god.
I got it.
Yo, I just saw you. I was like, oh my god.
Got it.
The movie. You have it on disc. That's great. I bought it on YouTube.
You want to hear the story about that? So me and my brother, we went to Walmart for a fucking vacuum. We went to Walmart for a fucking vacuum. And normally when me and my brother go to Walmart, we'll end up going and looking in like the game movie section just because we're curious.
Yeah.
Don't you know? I go back there and I see the movie on disc. I'm like, what the fuck? When did this come out? I didn't think it was out yet.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I was like, I may or may not have impulse bought it.
I pre-ordered it on YouTube and watched it the day it came out. And it was great. Because I was telling the audience,
yeah, it's fun. I like it.
I like being able to watch RWBY for more than like 10 minutes and then get.
The disc looks so cool.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. Putting it in my camera. There you go.
But you know how short it the volume 9 episodes felt, and then it's like, all right, what's next? Fuck, end credits. It's like I just want to watch RWBY for a long amount of time.
I loved the cliffhangers though; they were so good. The cliffhangers.
I know. Every cliffhanger was like, fuck. I literally bawled my eyes out when John took his helmet off and he was arrested at night. I'm like, how long have you been here?
I was like, no, Sean.
I was like, dude. I was like, is he not coming back? He's not coming back from this. There's no way. But then.
How did my camera do that? Hold on.
Did you just go beige? Or did you just go...
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Hold on.
Damn, who put you on sepia mode, bro?
What the fuck?
Damn. When did the...
I don't even know what happened.
You look like you're in an old Western movie. You know what?
I might have to turn my... I'm gonna turn... Hold on.
I can change your filter. I had a filter.
Hold on. Like I said, I'm gonna
color
turn my camera on and turn it back on and see if it...
Hold up. Wait, I got you, bro. Hold up. Don't even worry about it.
Looks like something's on fire in my room. There's nothing even on fire in my room. It's not. I don't think so, at least.
Oh god. Oh, it's getting worse.
Let's not turn me red.
Wait, we can make you pink.
No, that doesn't make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
Listen, I'm gay. I understand, but I don't want to be in pink. Hold on.
Hold up.
I'm gonna make that fixed camera really quickly. I'm gonna turn my camera off and then turn it back on. Ooh. I want to see if it fixes it.
Is that better?
Somewhat.
What else can I change? I need to change the temperature.
Hold on.
Oh my god. Is there a temperature? There might be. There isn't. You know what it might be? Oh wait, I can do hue shift.
Did I fix it?
I don't know.
I fixed it. I fixed it.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I think it looks good.
I think I fixed it.
Anyway.
I fixed it or you fixed it. One of us fixed it.
Someone fixed it and it fixed.
It fixed somehow.
So, are you ready for previously?
Yes.
Okay. Let me get prepared. Previously on Jaeger, episode 16, The Day We've Waited For. After an encounter with the reverse Jade, Jade Rose found herself thrust onto a new path, the Trial of the Sword, a prophecy written by an ancient alien species. As the reverse Jade urges her to carry the sword, she learns that today is the day they meet for the very first time. As Jade accepts the sword, she rushes off to face down the Goliath alone, thinking highly of saving her friends, her city, and her beloved kingdom. But before long, Jade was outmatched by the Goliath's will and was forced to unlock an ancient power source that would inevitably harness Misha's speed, sacrificing her to the artificial speed force, releasing Adelon from his tomb, and now her ascendancy of the negative speed force has begun, and her friends are the only ones who can save her. Will Jade find balance between the light and dark sides of the speed force, or will her war with Reverse Jade begin again? Tune in to this lightning fast episode of Jaeger, episode 17, My Partner in Time.
I hate you! I just realized what you did!
What'd I do?
I just realized the name of the episode! I hate you! I didn't realize it until now! I fucking hate you!
You see what you figured out my master plan. Yeah.
You torture me with my favorite game and I hate it!
God damn it. What do you mean? I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing yet, at least.
Stop! I don't want you to do anything, please!
When we last met, Glacia, we're picking things up as we last left them in the tunnels, in the tunnel control room where Avery had been manually operating the machine to shift the tunnel systems to create a path to the Goliath's lair and meet back up with Jade Rose. When suddenly, an explosion sets off on the south side of the room, and Glacia meets Adam on the other side, and her arch nemesis, Rain. Glacia Song Schnee. You didn't think we'd miss how this all turns out, did you? Hello, Glacia.
You know, you two really don't like to leave well enough alone now, do you?
You kind of turn around for a moment and you see Jackson. As he's using his powers, you can see him almost like Doctor Strange in the Infinity War. He's looking through millions of possible outcomes, millions of different possibilities. He then looks to you as he concludes his search. He nods at you and flies off to Avery. And he noticed something in this as the nod he gave you is more of a he's got something up his sleeve, and he's got to do something important that will change the outcome of things.
I'm not gonna lie, almost forgot my character sheet. That's important.
Before Avery reacts to what Adam and everyone occurring, the explosion in the room, you see Jackson float back over to Avery and encouraging him to continue working on the machine, as it is their only way to really the biggest focus right now is to get this machine operational and realign the tunnel so we can meet Jade, take this son of a bitch down. It's pretty much what he tells Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I get the concept art off? There we go. It's driving me crazy. Okay.
There we go.
Where's my battle music?
Lacey kind of like tilts her head and looks at Adam and Rain. She's like, "You two really don't know how to leave well enough alone." It's kind of funny, really.
Told you I'd do whatever it takes for our people, Glacia. You knew that a long time ago.
Oh, trust me, I know. Why do you think I'm not with you guys anymore? Because what you decided is best for our people is senseless slaughter.
Calculated.
You call what we did calculated.
Everything
You call what you
has followed
what you
a very
had to,
prestigious plan to the letter. And every step of the way, we inch closer to our freedom. You abandoned that quest.
Do you really think this is what freedom is? Do you really think the quest you're going down leads to freedom?
For us, maybe.
You know, it's funny. A while ago, I would have agreed with you. But seeing as you don't understand the meaning of the world, well, at least in my know, it's kind of funny. You're the only one of our original group, other than, well, whoever else is still in the White Fang with you. You're the only one who doesn't exactly realize that freedom, it will come at a cost, but that cost isn't gonna be human lives. It's gonna be at the cost of us again. What you're doing is just throwing more faunus to die. Is that really what you want?
The weak die, Glacia. And so is the way of things.
You're trying to make the world peaceful.
The men and women who signed up for this fight knew exactly what they were fighting for and were prepared to die for their people. To create a new world.
But what about the ones who are getting killed just for people thinking they were a part of the White Fang? Those people don't get their happy ending like you so desperately think they should. You say all fauna should deserve their happy ending or should be at peace, but those who are trying to live at peace are getting slaughtered because they think they're a part of the people think they're a part of the White Fang. You do realize that, right?
And those are the selfish humans who don't look further between the lines.
You act like that's all the humans' fault. That's your fault for basically making faunus a target. An even bigger target than they already were.
Don't you see? Our empire grows because they are afraid.
Yeah, they're afraid of the White Fang, which in turn makes them more afraid of faunus, which in turn makes them, again, more likely to kill us.
They were always afraid.
They weren't as afraid as they are now. You see, you did your job, you did what you think you had to do, but it really wasn't what you had to do.
Everything, I guess, happens for a reason. So is this encounter.
I can never understand you.
Which is why I promised Rain she could have whatever she wanted from you after she killed you. That was our deal, after all. Yes. And I'm going to make you pay. She, like, starts revealing her weapon. It's just long, almost like Estheth's weapon.
Like a rapier?
It's like just, yeah, like, just a very, like, imagine, like, Adam's sword, but, like, in this form of a rapier. It looks just like that. And it almost has, like, a red flame at the end of it. At, like, the tip of it. And she's like, and you will suffer as I have. And you see her eyes light up, and she has the maiden flame.
I hope you understand that no matter how much you make me suffer, killing me isn't gonna be satisfied. It isn't gonna make you satisfied. You can kill me, you can torture me, you can do whatever you want, and I really wouldn't care. Knowing that this is what you guys have come down to, it's a joke. You kind of see Glacia, she starts to pull her dagger off of her, she kind of like starts to pull her holster out and pulls her dagger off of her holster. And she kind of pulls the other one out. But you see her just kind of drop them. She goes, I don't need to fight you. I really don't see a reason. So, you kind of see her like body start to encase in ice. She's like, let's see what that little red fire is all about.
Then I guess I'll show you the true power of a maiden. And you both lunge at each other. And
Glacia, mind you, is now fighting in hand-to-hand combat.
Now, we fade into the flashback. You feel everything goes white and hazy for a moment, and you are brought back to the day long time ago. Far from here. Actually, we can. This is cool. You kind of like wake up and you're just kind of like waking up you just fell over and you got knocked out for a minute. And you come to and you see Rain standing above you. It's much younger Rain. You're very much younger Glacia. She's like reaching to pick you up. She's like, "Come on, I didn't hit you that hard." Picks you back up.
Yeah.
And you were in a sparring match with Rain at a White Fang outpost.
She kind of like brushes herself off. She's like, you know, sometimes you really don't understand your own strength.
Well, I learned from watching you.
Yeah, I know, and that's the concerning part.
And
I'm realizing that I don't recognize my own strength either.
She's like, now it looks like I'm the one who's teaching you.
Please.
Well, ready position. She gets in her.
Kind of see her pulls her daggers out. Mind you, her stance with her daggers in her hand are like Kirito's dual wielding stance. I just want to say that.
Do you like the one I had when I modeled her the first time? This one?
Yeah.
Like I thought that was just so sick because I was like, dude, there's gotta be one that's like reverse grip, but then you're just like you have to keep them both aimed at her. It was like that's dope. That shit was sick.
That's the thing. She's kind of while she starts with both of them forward, like upward, up in the upright position. She has a tendency to turn them backwards and like fight like that.
Yeah.
Like that's her fighting style. She's always made that her fighting style is being unpredictable.
Fuck yeah. You see that this rapier in this point in the timeline it's more of just a basic silver rapier. So it's nothing special, nothing crazy yet. She's kind of working on designing it.
Like normal ones before she fully like made hers.
Yeah.
Like it's like before she fully figured out how to like connect them and turn them into her bow. Like that's the kind of dagger she's using.
Fuck yeah.
They're like painted blue on the hilts. You can tell it's hers.
You see Rain sprint up and she goes in for a long kind of slice downward at you.
Kind of like she kind of see like do like a cat flip and like dodge it.
Yeah. So you just kind of like your boots actually just kind of kick the tip of the sword, and then she kind of goes in for a three stab combo, kind of like how Oscar would do his little stabby stab, his little like, pokey poke.
She Glacia kind of comes across with one and blocks it, and then she kind of slices up on the other one, and you kind of see her just like palm strike her backwards before the third one. You kind of see her walking. She starts walking around. She's like, "What did you think you're the teacher now, don't you? Always keep in mind that whoever you're learning from will always be one step ahead."
Don't forget, I'm the cool one, you know. She then
yeah, and I'm the cold one.
She then stabs her sword into the ground, and she begins to control the elements in the air. She almost starts to control the embodiments of wind and earth, almost like an avatar, where like you can do earth, like water, like a multi-bender. Yeah, she can kind of bend.
She's like an avatar.
She's pretty much an avatar. She can do like all like you know like they can only do like one or the other. She can do like most of them.
Well, which is the avatar. The avatar can do all four.
Oh, what? So
the avatar can do all four.
That's so cool. Yo, we should do an avatar campaign. Anyway.
Chris is the thing for it. We have to wait for Chris.
Fuck yeah.
As she kind of like, she starts to feel the wind pick up. You notice her kind of like, if you look closely at her boots, you notice that they kind of have like a little, while she's wearing heels, her heels kind of have like a little, like a grip in the bottom of them that like can extend out and makes it like, so her feet have more traction, so she can't get pushed back as far.
Yeah.
You kind of see her, she taps her ankle, and you see her like heels kind of extending like little claws, and they're like kind of sticking into the ground, so she can still move, but she has more like traction, so she's not able to be pushed back as far.
She then starts to send the doves, like you start seeing like real doves like flying at you, like kind of Kind of like how they were, Crow was like slashing at the fake ones, except these are real ones.
You kind of see Glacia look, she's like, and you kind of see like her glyphs kind of come out from back behind her daggers, and you kind of see their like her own little one, like her like little Nevermores kind of going at them at the same time.
You start seeing like a couple of them smacking in the face, like.
Question is,
a feather in your mouth.
Is she immobile while she's using her semblance? Like, is she like?
She pretty much has to keep her hand on her sword stabbed down at all times, like kind of how Weiss has to do that to summon. She's kind of doing that at all times to, but she can also keep her sword in the ground and like control it like this, but she has to pretty much be stationary.
You kind of see Glacia. She kind of gets smacked in the face by a couple times. She's like, and you realize she looks up, but after she kind of like looks up, she has like a little smirk in her face. She's like, "You forgot one of your fatal flaws." Kind of see her stomp on the ground for a minute, and you see kind of little like ice pillars kind of come back up out of the ground and like start like kind of grab her and pull her away from her sword, and they kind of throw her sword away.
Her sword?
Yeah.
You see?
So like, because you said she has to be stationary, right?
Yeah.
So like, what they did is they kind of like grabbed her by the feet and kind of moved her back a little bit, so she's not stationary anymore.
Fuck yeah. So, you see her kind of. She almost kind of like cartwheels backwards and does a leap into the air as she goes to cast a fireball. As she uses her semblance to cast a kind of create molten lava and cast it at you, and she does like at least 3 shots of fireball at you.
This is like I love like it's like I don't even know like an actual fight. It's just kind of like a faux fight. I love it.
Yeah.
I love these kinds of things. You kind of see Glacia look up. Kind of see her like do like a dodge to the side, and she kind of like runs like it's like she can kind of read their their trajectory.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of like dodges one way, and you kind of see her dodge backwards, and you see her. What she does is she makes like a copy of her dagger. Like she throws one of her daggers up, but she makes it like a copy. Remember how Yu-Gi-Oh did it against Bercoli?
Mm-hmm.
So she basically throws one of her daggers up and makes like a copy and throws it at her.
Fuck yeah. Oh wait, what is a copy of what? What is it?
Like it's like an ice version of her dagger.
Oh, it's an ice dagger, Ben.
It's like her dagger, but like it looks identical. It's just made of ice instead of being her actual dagger.
You see her use, essentially, she uses her powers of wind to summon her sword back as she clashes, deflecting the blade as she then charges at you, igniting her sword into a fire sword. And she starts going in.
When she hit the dagger, she noticed that it didn't reflect it back. It just shattered.
Ooh.
And you kind of see Glacia. She comes coming back down, and she kind of grabs her dagger and like.
She kind of like
the dagger kind of came down and dropped into her hand.
Yeah, she just does this with the sword, lights it on fire, and she starts coming at you. What do you do?
You're getting the hang of it. You gotta see like dodging the side. She's like, you're getting the hang of it.
Stop moving so fast. She kind of starts.
You're gonna have to make up for your speed somehow.
She then does like almost like she's throwing a throwing knife, but she spins it and uses the wind to almost like Inquisitor lightsaber it at you, as a fire sword's coming at you.
You see Glacia kind of like hold her hands up, and you see a glyph kind of appear in her hand, but turns black and just stops it in air.
You didn't see her just like running up as she turns her fist into obsidian, and she just.
You kind of see her throw the sword up, and you see her turn her fist into dry hard ice, like the pack dry ice.
Oh shit!
And just clash with it.
Dude, the clash of the elements right now. Hold up, this is sick.
Now, Tony, I'm gonna ask permission to you. Do you remember one of my favorite parts about my semblance when we were doing original Artemis?
I think so.
A part of Glacia's semblance is that you know how Yang, like her semblance is called burn. So like she can whatever damage she can take, she can just kind of dish it back out at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of see Glacia as she goes for the punch with the ice in her hand. You see her eyes start glowing blue, and you see her hair start flaring up, and you kind of see her just wail into it.
Oh shit! So you're just going right for it.
she calls this freezer burn.
Everything shatters and it almost creates like a mistiness, and all you see is the ignited flame in the mist. Hold up, I'll make some mist. Yeah.
Glacia kind of like, she chuckles for a minute. She's like, well, now you're in my domain. As you kind of see her like kind of vanish into the mist.
You then see her kind of pull her white fang mask over her eyes, and hers actually completely blocks out light and sound and all that. And she says, or not sound, but just like light, because it's kind of like how Kanan, it's like Kanan's mask.
It's basically blocking one sense to enhance your others.
Yeah. She covers her face. She's like, good thing I don't need sight. You can see her kind of carefully maneuvering through the mist, predicting you, sensing your kind of like, trying to sense your intents.
She's like, you know something, that whole hearing things better is good, but it won't help against someone who doesn't have to move themselves. You kind of hear, like, she hears footsteps behind her as, like, so Glacia isn't actually moving. She just kind of stepped back more.
You then see her.
What's running at her is a Beowulf. You hear the ice kind of crunching under its feet as it's like running at her.
She hears the crunch and she says, "Gotcha." She then the flame engulfs in flames and it almost starts like radiating this large fire. Let me go back. Let me bring the music back again. I'm gonna do RWBY versus the Bear and Girl. I love this one. Yeah. You see her charge right through, and you see the mist becomes like what was once an icy mist becomes a fiery like cloud of smoke. Everything just like completely unfrosts over, and it becomes smoke. And it's like my domain now, and casts like a wall of flame at you.
Glacia kind of. So one thing about her ice, I think I told you this before, is she can strengthen it, and one of her favorite things to do is send it back at fire.
Okay.
Kind of, so you see her kind of put her hand down, and you kind of see her make an ice wall, and then the more she holds her hand out, and like the more she closes her fist, the stronger the ice becomes, and she's kind of trying to melt through the ice.
You see her just like, it's slow for a minute as the sword is just like, her sword is like stuck in this like almost like half frozen, half molten wall of ice. Fuck it. She then starts like kind of like muscling herself up and almost becomes this like, you remember what's his name? What's the funny guy in Thor? The funny guy. Korg. She starts like harden her body up like Korg, and she leaps over the wall and goes in for a smash, like a Hulk smash on you.
She kind of like pushes herself back for a minute, and she's like, "You keep forgetting that I can just fight back." And you see her hands kind of start turning into ice, and you kind of see here kind of like she sounds angry, but she's kind of she's laughing in the same time as it.
Mm.
And you kind of see her. She takes advantage of the fact that she slowed herself down, and you kind of just see her take her fist and just kind of hit right on the her chest, where the rock part of where her rock is.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of see her pull her dagger out of her other hand and put it against her throat, and she's like, "That is game, set, and match."
She's like, "I yield."
You're getting better. As she reaches down to help her up.
She says, "No thanks to you," and you pick her up.
Trust me. Listen, if it weren't for me, you'd be getting someone else's training, and honestly, everyone else here doesn't really have much to them.
You kind of look over her shoulder and you see Blake in the background going, just kind of golf clapping.
She's like, "Come on!" She drags her over. Come on.
You're gonna tell him I won, right?
No, I'll tell him it was a tie.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
She's like, good fight, you two.
She's like, thanks, even though it was kind of a draw.
Well, it was a bunch of rubbish, if I do say so myself, but you made out pretty well. See the one guy in the back? A good friend of yours, his name is Clint.
Yeah, Clint, you wouldn't be caught dead lasting longer than she did.
Well, I do like a party. And you see him just kind of relax back. He's like, "Go on, eat up. Rations won't last much longer with good old Chum." You see Chum come out.
She's kind of like laughing. She's like, she walks over. She's like, "So, does anyone know how long when's our next, like, what our next assignment is? Like, where we're going for it?"
Well, we're waiting for Adam to get back. Still waiting on him.
Where'd he go again?
You don't know, Min? He said he was gonna go play D&D or something, Min. I doubt he never found an interest in your game there, Mr. Chum.
Yeah, Chum. Adam would it be caught dead playing D&D? I'm sorry to break it to you.
I'm just saying, man, like, you know, like, he could, like, you know, mellow out, you know what I'm saying, man? Like, it would be really good for him, man.
Play.
I mean, I got a session ready to go, man. I just wrote my next campaign. I wrote 125 page campaign, man, and it's gonna take at least 6 months to finish. At least, man.
Do we even have that long?
Well, man, you know, like, sure.
Wait, can I ask a question, Tony?
Go ahead.
How long before the train, like the dust train heist was this? Before Blake, how long before Blake left Light Fang was this?
Sooner than you may think.
So it's closer to it.
We're definitely closer to it, yeah. We're like
okay.
we're like.
I'm asking because
we're sometime before.
Glacia left like a month after Blake did. Hey, that's Chris.
Chris! Oh my God!
But,
he can join us in the flashback.
We're in a flashback currently. Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Wait,
hey, buddy. Hey, what are you doing? Where you been at? Yeah. You been working?
I've been working.
Where you been working at?
Madison Square Garden.
That's a lot of words.
Works in a fucking stadium.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm on my feet for hours.
I got two Lils. Hang on.
Oh, hi.
I gotta fix.
It's me. I'm twice over.
Fuck! I moved the wrong thing. I moved the wrong thing again. Oh shit! I fixed. I'll fix it more. Hang on. Hey, buddy. Oh, he fucked it up.
I don't know what happened.
Why?
Did your camera turn off or something?
I don't know what happened.
Hang on, man. Hang on, man. I fixed it, man.
There we go.
I fixed D&D, man.
Oh, wait.
I'm the professional dungeon master, man.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, I got a little too much chin bead. Hold on. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Is this McDonald's?
I wish.
I'm really hungry right now.
That's a fucking
yeah, you too.
That's a fucking bacon, egg, and cheese.
I'm about to order Domino's before it closes. Alright.
Why? I just was in the mood for a bacon, egg, and cheese, so I got a bacon, egg, and cheese.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Hold on, Tony. I want to text you something. I want to ask if this is a possibility.
Ask me the thing. Ask me right now.
I want to ask you. I want to text you. Hold on.
Dare try. Chris, we're in a flashback. We're several years ago during the days of the White Fang. Before the train heist.
During the what?
We're doing the early years of the White Fang.
Avery's in the corner. Avery's in the corner making bacon, egg, and cheeses.
I'll bring him from over here then. Hold up. So, pretty much.
Check that text message, Tony.
Snip
him chins.
Couple of hold up. You can be right by the fire. You just witnessed Rain, a character known as Rain. She's In present day, she is the Spring Maiden, the bitch that we encountered in the tunnel. And you just saw them train together. We woke up in a training sequence.
Glacier's like, did Adam ever give anyone any hints what the next thing we're doing is, or did he just go off and not tell anyone?
Oh. Well, he said he had an important call that came through. He hasn't come back since, so I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, man. Like if we show him the ways of D&D, man, he'll be a changed man forever, man. I'm telling you, man. I am the best DM around,
like,
man.
She puts her hand on his arm. She's like, chum, buddy, I'm sorry, it's not happening. Adam, he doesn't have the patience.
I don't know, man. Anyone has it in you, man.
You can try, but he doesn't have patience.
You just have to believe, man. You just gotta believe. You see, you just kind of noticed Avery at the fire. He's making bacon, egg, and cheeses.
Avery has his hand eating one bacon, egg, and cheese, flipping eggs in a frying pan.
You also see.
Blake, where did Ilya end up going?
Well, I'm not really sure. She was running special ops for a while, and well,
oh, she got to run special ops without me.
Yeah. Well,
it's not fair. It's our thing.
Well, we lost contact with the Atlas outpost a while back, and she's been, I guess, working hard at trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, she could have used my help. I want to help. She just asked me. She could have asked me. God.
She prefers to do her stealth operations alone, giving her unique semblance, I guess.
Yeah, I know. It's so helpful.
Stands to reason why she left.
Makes sense, I guess.
She then Rain looks at you. She says she could have at least left, saying at least goodbye.
Yeah, that would have been nice. She just kind of like left randomly. I woke up and she was gone. Like I don't even know where she didn't tell me. She didn't leave me a note where she was going. Didn't say anything. She just kind of up and left. Kind of.
She'll be back. But... She always comes back.
Yeah, last time she came back, she almost lost her leg. I had to heal it. I had to heal her leg. She almost lost it last time she left by herself.
Well, I mean, she was in the worst shape. I mean,
her leg was almost off. She crawled here.
She's used to that, though. She does that all the time.
Can lizards like regrow their limbs if they fall off?
You kind of see just Glacier throws ice at Avery, just narrowly missing his head.
Yo, watch the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Shut your mouth.
It's about to be a burnt bacon, egg, and cheese. If you don't shut your trap,
I'll freeze it.
I'll burn it.
I wonder how that would taste. You just freeze it and then just melt it.
Probably really crispy. Like really like good, I'd imagine.
I mean, if you don't burn it, it wouldn't be bad.
I mean, that sounds absolutely minging. If you ask me.
Huh. Anyway.
You know, you notice Sinon at the top of the sniper tower. She's been on lookout for a while with a friend of hers up there.
You see Glacier kind of like look over. She's like, "Hey sis, got anything good?"
Well, those buggers haven't come back, so I think we're in the clear.
Oh man, I wanted another fight. Kind of see Glacier kind of like punch her hand for a minute. She's like, I wanted another fight.
Although I did find a sloth, but he's not. He's too adorable to snipe at this range.
He's too adorable to snipe at this range.
It's like
she laughed. She Glacier chuckles for a minute. She's like, "That, you know what? Yeah, you're fine."
See the guy in the he says I think they taste pretty good though. So they'd probably taste awesome. Yeah, but I don't want to eat a sloth. That's gross.
I feel like that's also disgraceful. Why would we eat a sloth? It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and he's just really. It's not his fault that he's slow.
Like if a
It's not my
sloth
fault
tried
that
to
he's
kill
slow.
you, it would be like super slow and painful.
I mean, you're not wrong. This is like, alright, well, I guess we just wait here then?
You then catch Adam peeling around the corner. He's kind of not like marching, but he's kind of like he's walking very quickly. And as he approaches the area,
The sandwich is ready.
you then see him just kind of stop, and he goes, like he's just rubbing his forehead. He's like, damn it.
Damn
Avery
it.
just hands him a bacon, egg, and cheese.
He then just kind of plops on the ground, and he has the bacon, egg, and cheese, and he's just like, we lost another one.
What do you mean?
These bandits again.
The bandits?
Our entire party trying to regroup with Alpha Squad. Gone.
You know what tribe it was?
Bromlin tribe.
That doesn't surprise me.
All humans.
So what's our next move?
We're going hunting.
Hunting? Okay.
Bromlin tribe has been a pain in my thorn for about as long as I can remember. And they're gonna get what they have coming.
Now, I hate to rain on your parade, buddy, but do you even know where they are? They're like as slippery as mice. They come and go. They move, and they're just gone within the next day.
Well, turns out Miss Amatola may know just where to go.
Celia? Where? She's not here.
Her mission brought her back this way not that long ago. She's been in town for a while.
Why didn't you guys tell me that?
I didn't find out till just recently.
Wish I would have known that.
And when I did, it wasn't good news.
What makes you say that?
Well, we're losing more people by the day, and every attack is ruthless, and not all of them are even orchestrated by White Fang. Some of them are just ruthless, unorthodox human attacks.
Well, listen, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but the more we attack people, the more they're gonna attack us and just think they're us. They're not gonna listen to reason.
I mean, if anyone ever to listen to me, if we just killed politicians, we'd be fine.
Yeah, but
I never opposed of that plan. I was totally fine with that.
Even if it was the case, killing politicians isn't gonna stop every human in the world.
No, but it'll stop human lawmakers from.
It's already a broken system.
It's like a Hydra. Take out one head, then more will just come back. It's not gonna change anything.
Then you take out all the heads.
Yeah, then they'll just come back again. It's not gonna change anything.
Not if you replace the head with your own head, or a head that.
Can we stop talking about head? Because I know none of us are getting it. So, all right. God.
Ecclesia, well. Ecclesia's in there. Well, I mean, you guys might not be.
What? That's awesome.
Adam, you want to go to a hot spring later?
I mean,
hot spring.
Menagerie Tens is open later.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go find Ilya because you guys regretted to inform me earlier that she was in town. These people said she had just left. I thought she was going to be gone for longer.
It says, before nightfall, We regroup here. Tonight, Brahman tribe falls.
They say like she like kind of like waves her hand. She's like, I understand. I'll be back.
Join me, brother.
Of course. I can eat that bacon, egg, and cheese. I work really hard on it.
You see, he's got. You see, he's just like. Sorry,
Already
what?
ate it.
Is there?
Sorry, what happened?
Hold on. I'm at the. Wait, can I? I'm gonna go to Tao's Bazaar and find a hot spring. Find a prefab. Well, I'm gonna make a hot. Ooh. Look at you. Why'd you look at that?
Also, did you get the text message, Tony, that I sent you?
Which one? On what platform?
I sent you it onto Snapchat.
On the Snapchat chat.
On the Snem chat.
The Snim chat. Okay. Give me one snap for a sec. I'm trying to find a hot spring. Find something cool. It's gonna be legendary.
Snapping.
God damn it.
Our battle will be legendary.
Our battle will be victorious and legendary.
Vengeance will be swift. Vengeance will be painful.
It will be delicious.
Delicious. Vengeance will be swift. Vengeance will be painful. It will be delicious.
Well, Johnny.
Yeah.
Huh.
Found a swimming pool.
Hold on. Give me a second.
I want to put a swimming pool in the forest.
One of my two RWBY manga.
Got 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I have those.
4.
I have the first two.
I built the hot spring. Oh, I did it. Hold up. Bring the water up. There we go. Oh, it looks great. Alright, here's the hot spring. Oh, the thumbnail should have been Avery and Adam swimming together. Like summer buddy. Summer
loving, happy
Hold up. Hold up. Aww. Pool buddies. Damn, this fucking, there we go. Need some more. This is a goddamn. We need the deep end. Alright, bet. You're in the hot spring, Avery. Things are getting a little steamy in here.
Anthology. I also have the first manga volume.
Yeah, I have the first and second anthologies.
God damn.
I have the first anthology. I have all 4 character books. I'm missing the Team Juniper one, which I want. And then I have the first actual manga to the series.
Alright, Chris, you ready? We're in the hot spring.
Anyway.
You and Adam are 2 dudes sitting in a hot tub, 5 feet apart. Because they're not gay.
Because they're not gay.
Oh, we're not 5 feet apart.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No, in fact, you're sitting right next to him holding his hand.
Fuck yeah.
You hear from a very far distance, "Ha! You're gay!"
How are you?
I know, that was the point!
Jesus.
Said I know, that was the point,
I can't even start, it's too funny. I'm just like...
2 dudes sitting in a hot
just
tub,
like...
5 feet apart, because they're not gay. Oh no, they're
Just adjusting his shorts, he's like, so Avery. I
wasn't expecting that!
Show Avery. No, I'm playing. Can you imagine?
Oh my god. This just turns into a giant fucking Adam Avery sex scene.
Wrist check?
Wrist check!
You could... Oh, Chris. By decree, the DM has made an executive decision. From this day forth, Tailspire will sometimes decide your fate. But as of right now, you can roll your dice.
Roll your wrist check. Roll your wrist check.
You fucking cheater. Oh god, what have I done?
Two dudes sitting in a hot tub, not 5 feet apart, cause they're gay.
Because they are gay.
Cause they are. They're gay as fuck.
They're bi.
Sometimes.
Maybe a little.
Big die for Big Riz.
Big Riz.
Big Riz.
No. Oh no.
What? I need to look at what my fucking.
Just roll. It's a charisma, basically. Just roll charisma, because that's where you would.
I know.
That's your wrist check.
I forget what my fucking charisma is. But is it straight charisma? Or
He's
is
gonna
it
make.
Yeah, just-
Oh my god, he's gonna make
I
me
would
do
use
gay
straight
tonight.
charisma.
Chris is gonna make me
I
do
would
gay
use
stuff
straight
tonight.
charisma.
Love to hear me.
Cut to black like all good movies.
No, I'll do the soprano. I'll do the Sopranos and just cut mid sentence. Just Sopranos this shit.
You straight charisma, by the way, Chris.
Straight charisma? I mean, I think I have a 20 in my I do have a 20 in charisma, so that is
Plus 5.
19.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
14 plus 5.
All right. Attempt your Riz. Do some risen.
Oh,
Let me see
no.
what you get. Let me see what you got.
No.
He's gonna make
I
me
was
do
gonna run to
gay
the bathroom,
stuff.
but I want to watch this and see how it goes. I want to watch it and see how it goes.
They're like Avery and Adam. They get into the.
He's got a beer. You see him coming down the stairs. He's like, want one?
Fuck yeah.
Jesus.
He gives you a beer and he wraps like a rubber duck floaty around him. He's just sitting in the pool with his beer.
Brother.
He's like,
Just Sumi, help me.
Avery
help me.
like Avery looks up at the sky.
So, wanna fuck? So, wanna fuck?
No. You ever wonder how fleeting? You ever wonder how fleeting our lives are?
So, wanna
yeah.
fuck?
Tell you, it's not easy.
It'd be a shame to leave things unsaid.
I'm about to say it's a shame trying to die a virgin.
It's like, listen, man. He's just like, I don't know, man.
We've been through a lot together, wouldn't you say?
I mean, what haven't we been through? I mean,
To hell and back, alpha and homeward bound.
I mean, do you trust me?
Oh god.
I
don't
trust
know,
you with my life.
Oh god.
Avery gently puts his finger under Adam's chin
Stop it!
and lifts it up.
He's like,
I want to. Glacy just kind of walks up. She's like, you know what? I'm just gonna. She stealthily walks up. She's like,
wait,
you know what?
wait, Lil.
I'll come back later.
She walks away for a sec. Then she come back. She's like, you see the flash come on?
You just see the flash of a camera taking pictures.
No, Tony, if you really wanted to, if you want to be fucking accurate, fucking.
No, just in the corner of your eye, you just see a camera flash.
Bruh.
In the corner of your eye, you just see a camera flash.
I hate it.
Fucking love this shit.
What do you do?
See him. So I just have Adam in that like look, and I just me and him lock eyes and go.
So wanna fuck?
No. Avery just looks at him and goes, anything you want to say before we go into battle together?
You see him kind of. He thinks for a moment,
I just want to see him blush. I just want to see him blush.
He thinks for a moment, and he's like thinking of words to say, but he's like, he can't. You can tell he like can't think of anything to say. Then you see him like, You see, like he keeps his like face cover, like he adjusts it to make sure it's on tight. He's like hiding his face a little bit. He's just like, I just want you to know that no matter what happens, I'm just trying. I have this vision of a new world for all of us. And that world is beautiful, and I hope you live to see it through. I want you to see it through. Because for all the shit we've been through, this is what we deserve. What our people deserve.
I think we deserve a happily ever after. And he pulls him in for a kiss.
Let's do you wanna do a kiss check?
Yeah, what the fuck skill do I use for a kiss check?
Charisma. Straight charisma.
Just straight charisma again, not persuasion? I got a plus
Yeah,
persuasion.
I think flirtation is just straight charisma at this point.
Yeah.
I am okay. Yeah. +5 is still good. Let me actually get my fucking dice tray out. Because I'm not using my fucking dice tray.
I know, he banished them so hard they went back into fucking storage. That shit went back to storage.
Man got another 19!
You wrap your big you wrap your big monkey lips onto that man's lips. And you go full send. And he's just like, fuck it. And
in the background, all the way in the background here, I fucking knew it!
And fade to black.
And then you look back and it's just raining Glacia behind a tree.
You just wait, no, hold up, I got you.
No,
They're all up here looking through the scene on sniper rifle. They're all just peeking into her scope, like, oh my god.
Like, you guys all owe me money. You guys all owe me at least 100 yen each.
No, and then they just ask, wait.
She's like, does your scope have screenshot? She's like, does your scope have a F12 screenshot button?
No. It's at this point, Blake and Adam aren't even dating anymore. They don't care. She doesn't care at this point because she never really cared.
You just see Chum kind of like,
you know what?
Everyone just like turns around. They see Chum just standing there. It's like, hey guys, hey man, what y'all looking at?
Blake kind of just looks. She just looks like, you know what? Doesn't surprise me.
Fuck man, I was supposed to roll that Riz check, man. Fuck man. Fuck man.
I was supposed to roll the Riz, man.
Fuck man.
What about my Riz check?
Fuck man. And you
now
see.
Fade to black.
Now fade to black.
Now it's fade to black.
Fade to black. We now go.
Abraham got the Riz.
He got a little bit of Riz.
I mean, so does the player. The player's got the Riz.
He's got some gentle Riz. Some gentle Riz.
Some gentle Riz.
How the fuck? I gotta find this place again. So give me some. Is it?
Are we coming back while Rain and Glacia are in the middle of a fight, Tony?
A little bit.
Okay, good. So I have an idea.
That's the one. Ah. Alright. Fade to black. We reappear later. Oh my god. The original just base Hero Forge or Tailspire models with this little scumbag. Ew, this mushroom scumbag. Ew, nasty.
Oh wait, that was a robot.
Nasty. Nasty. Bet. We here. And what else? Who else was it?
I might actually have it. I might change it that Glacia left with Blake now that I think about it, because it didn't really. When she leaves, doesn't really change too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's a minute too. I have that idea. I have. Listen, I had contingency plans for whenever I changed her backstory. Like for the little intricate details that I changed of her backstory, I have a contingency plan for all of it.
Yo, this is a totally different timeline if we think about it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, it is.
Avery's like, Cora, who? I'm looking for that. I'm looking for that Fox Daddy energy.
Jeez.
I was gonna say he's looking for that Fox Daddy.
Ew, they were calling each other
Also
brother
funny.
too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was.
This is some Star Wars shit. This is some Star Wars Empire Strikes Back shit.
Don't think about it like that.
God damn it. You did this.
That's not-
That was
no,
your brother. The original Magenta.
Also, since
Tony.
timeline changed, Tony,
Hmm.
I think
Tony,
after
not-
the whole thing that happened with Emerald, it's because it was the first time with Glacia seeing Ilya, and she forgot they actually broke up before she left the White Fang.
Dang.
So she completely forgot that it was. She forgot when she met Emerald at the wedding.
Mm-hmm. Red.
So that was all like, well, shit.
Damn. Emotional damage. So,
Emotional damage.
you come across ruins of an old shipwreck, and you've been kind of doing your normal run through the woods as Ilya's coordinates seem to check out as you guys start to approach that of a abandoned Brahmin tribe camp.
Huh.
Looks like Ilya was right.
They never have. You know, they never have the best defenses.
Do we level up or are we still level 8?
We're still level 8.
Because whenever we level up, the only reason I know we're level 8, Tony, is because you said that our levels correlate to like Amy being a higher level, like a level higher than us.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's with Team Atlas, so she's still level 9. So unless she leveled up and we level up at the same time.
Yeah.
Who level up?
My other character that I had that came in with Team Atlas. If you watch the sessions back, you'd know she is.
Wow.
I don't have time for that. I got work.
Yeah, but they're not even. They're not. It's not like they're fucking 3 or 4 hours.
A little bit.
Our session last time was like, I think, what, an hour and a half?
But I got Critical Role to catch up on.
So do
My
I.
downfall's not being caught up on that. While you're figuring this out, I will be right back.
Okay. I'm pretty much ready. You guys kind of approach from a distance, and you notice there's one guard outside. Well, you see Blake, she's standing there, she says, Adam, what's the plan? For everyone we lost. You know, we spent so much time trying to help those people, and for what? Some bandits to come behind and wipe them all out. Just for some junk. We're going to make them pay for what they did. We're gonna take what they took from us. Any objections? Avery?
Not at all.
The mask's on. And get to work.
Avery like pulls down a mask that almost looks like a It almost looks like an Oni mask. Like a grimmed out Oni mask. I
Ooh,
think.
cool. Rain, do what you do best. As always, she splits off on her own. Blake and Glacia split off on their own. And it's you and Avery.
Who and Avery?
Adam and Avery.
Okay.
It's like Adam and Eve, but Adam and Avery. That's so cool.
It's like Adam and Eve. It's like Adam and Eve if they were both guys.
Right. And gay.
Exactly.
So,
We gotta reproduce something now.
he says, "Oh, Mr.
Sorry.
Engineer, how do you want to approach this?"
Well, we could do two things. We could sneak in, or we could blow up the wall.
Well, two options. Loud and silent.
Well, from my standpoint, two of us benefit from the loud option.
I'd say,
Two of us benefit from the loud option. Two of us benefit from the silent option.
given how things turned out, loud is exactly what they deserve. No remorse. You start seeing him kind of. He starts like slowly walking towards the camp, and he has his hand on his sword.
Avery just pulls out, just reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a big ass bomb. Like bigger than anything you've ever seen.
Her and Blake watched them walk up there, like she's like, they have no they're tactless, really.
Avery pulls out a slingshot, attaches one end to one tree and one end to the other, and just pulls it back hard and just goes, Adam, on your cue.
Just watch this. You see the two guards at the gates start walking on. It's like, hey, you're not supposed to be out here. Who the fuck are you? Your worst nightmare. You see him kind of one slash with his sword.
As he does that single slash, I release and the bomb gets launched directly at the front gate.
You see their heads just slide clean off. And Blake, you see Blake jolt as she sees the bodies drops. Blake is just, you almost see her like petrified. And he starts storming the gates.
Oh wait, Tony.
How big is he?
I have an idea.
Lil first, and then. So,
Glacy like looks at Blake. She's like, "Hey, you good? You don't have to. We can wait here. We can just be there. We can be their eyes. We don't have to do it."
She says, you see her put her mask over, and she goes, "Let's go," and she storms off with her readying her weapons, and you see her kind of go into her shadow form and start going.
She looks. She's like, she hesitated. That's never good. But like,
I guess this works. I wanted something different, alarm-wise.
You kind of see like stairs, like ice, kind of like platforms start to go like out from where she was, and you kind of see her just start skipping up like on top of them.
Avery's bomb goes off, blowing a hole through the front gate as all of the a bunch of Bronwyn tribe members ready their weapons and prepare to engage. Fights. The Bronwyn tribe begins. Initiative. Roll for initiative. I will roll for. Let me see.
18.
22.
9. Bet. So, who was ahead of that? Who was the highest one?
Chris.
22.
Avery, you'll move.
Avery looks around.
They're like, what the fuck? Who let this guy in? Ready your weapons.
Who looks like the big scary dude?
You see this guy with this like killer guitar axe weapon looking thing. He looks like a punk rock huntsman who's like beefy. Like his muscles are like, he's like double the size of both you and Adam combined.
Avery immediately looks at him, and it's almost as if like sparks shoot from his hand as he points at him.
Mm-hmm.
And they just wrap around him and start to like wreathe him, and like it almost creates a symbol above his head. It's a cross.
A cross?
Like a skull and crossbones.
On his head?
Above his head.
Above his head. And what does it do?
It's just Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
That's a bonus action spell. And then
does he notice it?
Yeah, he notices it, but he can't do anything about it. Hunter's Mark just happens.
Alright. He doesn't really take too much notice to the mark on his head. I don't think he really look at his own head like that, I guess.
So he look up and shit.
He kind of like feels it. He's like, he doesn't really know, but He then kind of starts.
The feeling is almost as if you're always being watched.
Okay.
Like there are like 100 eyes on you at all times. And I'm going to booming blade. I'm going to just my gun sort of forms out of like I have these metal gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the gun forms out of the metal gauntlets. And then just waves his hand across it, and the gun sparks up before he pulls the trigger. And these are not rubber bullets anymore. These are live rounds.
Oh shit. So you're shooting. You're doing a shooty shoot.
You shoot to kill.
How many? Or who?
I only get one. I'm shooting at the dude who I just wreathed in lightning.
Okay.
Yep. Big old axe, dude. And I'm aiming directly between his eyes.
What kind of rounds do you have?
They are just bullets.
Just bullets. Okay.
Straight up bullets. That are charged by thunder dust.
Okay.
Through a mechanism within his gun.
Sweet. And you got damage for that?
Let's roll for it.
All right.
Okay, that is a 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. 21.
21. That 21. That hits. And
okay, so I need to get my d8s. I get 2 d8s for the gun. 2 d8s for the gun plus 1 d8 for thunder damage plus 1d6 for bunkers marked with any other special things. No, I think that's it right now. And then it is all plus 4. Okay, it is 4. It's 15 points of damage, 5 of them being thunder damage, and if he moves, he takes an additional 2d8 plus 1d6 thunder damage.
so that's in all of that total?
15 total.
15 total.
5 of it being thunder, if that matters.
Okay. So you pierce directly through his aura, and the energy, the thunder dust definitely pierces his aura and goes right through, almost piercing his skull, going through and through. But you see the bullet gets lodged almost in the center of his head, and as it pierces the skin, you see on the underside of his skin, you see almost like a big red hole in the center, and he has a bionicle, like, red laser, almost like gauntlet thing in his head that it kind of gets lodged right in there. And you see his, like, you start to see him kind of like twitch out as his cybernetics start to malfunction, but you start to see him kind of almost get this, like, almost like this cyber psychosis that turns him into like a raging, like almost like a raging monster. He starts charging at you with what life is left in this man.
The minute he moves, he takes an additional 2d8 plus 1d4 thunder damage.
Okay.
I use a d6.
You see his body get shocked in more lightning as his body becomes engulfed in flames as his cybernetics go completely haywire, and his entire body is on fire. And you see it completely searing and melting his skin as he's still in this, like, raging. He's going in for one large, like, trying to, like, axe you with his guitar. He's got, like, a metal blade at the end of his guitar. Let's roll to hit.
It's 11 points of thunder damage, by the way.
Yee. Ugh. 10 plus my modifier of 8. So 18 total. Do I hit you at all?
Let me see. 18 would hit if I didn't use shield.
Okay. So then that gives you 5 extra, right? On your AC. Is that correct?
Chris.
I think he froze.
Yes, tell me.
Okay, I'm assuming that's correct. So
Remember in seconds.
he does not hit. Gives him that extra 5. Gave him the save on that. As he runs in, you almost see him collapse to the floor as his body is engulfed in flames. Oh, I think we lost Chris. So right now, I'll turn his cam off.
I think we're good. Hold on, wait.
Buddy?
Chris, buddy. Anyway.
Okay. Chris will be back in the after these messages. We'll come over to Glacia.
Tony, you're about to get to see one of the things I kind of threw into her onto her last minute, and then I thought about it. So Glacia watched everyone run in. She's like, "You guys make this fun, but also boring."
And you heard the alarm start to sound too.
Kind of see like her kind of like make. She's in the tree, so you see her ice kind of come in front of her, and she starts like kind of running across it.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Sweet.
Kind of see her jump and backflip in, and she lands into the middle of like in base. She's like. She starts laughing and she's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun." And you kind of see her hand her arms fly out, and she has gauntlets on her hand that have full-blown like claws on them. Ooh. So she kind of takes this is one of the reasons she's very very strict on her not telling people that when she does, she doesn't really remember it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what she calls her kind of not really her berserk form, but like taking more of like her faunus inheritance nature and just taking that out of her and using it.
Oh, bad.
So she kind of goes feral.
So you kind of go feral. You like almost like pounce up to the top of this thing here, and you see this guy down here.
She looks. She's like, "Oh, you poor soul," and she kind of jumps at him. Hold on, I'm gonna use my daggers to attack since I don't have actual other.
Yeah, you're gonna have advantage because you have the fear factor. Also, Chris.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For that,
So does it? Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I rolled twice. I rolled an 11 and an 18. If I'm rolling with advantage, either way it's +9, so it was a 27.
Okay.
Also, Tony, the attack didn't hit.
No, it did not.
No, we
17,
know.
I shielded.
Yeah. So as he went in for his axe charge, you just see him kind of like drop to the floor, and everyone in the area is just kind of shocked for a moment because everyone's kind of still reacting. They have no idea what the fuck was going on or who was rolling up or whatever. And they see one of their comrades drop to the floor dead. And everyone is enraged. You've pissed off the Bronwyn tribe. And Glacia pounces on top of this dude. Go ahead.
You kind of see her claws kind of extend on her hand. She's like, and you start to see her kind of like wailing on the dude, and kind of like see her stand up and like she kind of like throws her hands out, like kind of brushes the blood off. She's like, okay, and then she looks over, and they're all focused on Adam and Avery, correct?
So, pretty much, everyone is everyone's focused on. In terms of all of it, so you have all of these guys over here, and you have. Hang on. Mouse. Yeah. And you also have some people over here and some people over here. They can
focus on the front gate. Like where Adam and Avery came in.
I would say these three, this group of people on this side of the area are focused on the front here. However, this side over here watched you maul this guy in front of you.
She really so when I say she goes feral, she kind of still uses her hands. She does not. She doesn't even bother. She just kind of starts just wailing on a dude. So I'm gonna horde breaker, but I'm also going to use sneak attack and I'm gonna attack one of the dudes that's not focusing on me.
You also notice that you see a lot of you look up to notice that a few of the members of the Brahmin tribe, some of them are almost like nervous, like they're sitting there shaking. They just watched one of their friends die. You see a little girl run out into the field, and she like drops to her knees and she screams, "No!"
Glacia
As
kind of like
one of her favorite.
stops for a minute, and she cocks her head to the side.
As she sees you kill this guy. Or do you actually kill him, or?
No, he's okay. I'm not gonna kill him. He's not dead, but he's definitely got a stage 3 concussion. He's definitely got like a stage 3 concussion.
Damn.
With how many times she fucking wailed on this man's head. Glacia kind of stands up, and you kind of see her hands kind of like going and like back and forth, like she's got a lot of adrenaline in her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, you really want to say your friends are to be protected? And she doesn't like say, she's like, you think these people deserve to be protected? Oh, don't make me laugh. And then you kind of see her dash behind, like not behind her to attack her, but isn't there there's someone behind Jade, right?
So
I know it's Jade, but the character-wise, I don't.
So character-wise, you have Jade. You also see Raven storming out of the barracks with Roman and Neo.
Glacia kind of like looks, and she's like, she stands up, and she like takes the dude with her, and she kind of like puts him in front. She's like, he's not dead, which is way more than you Bronwyn's deserve.
You then see Jade, as all the others are kind of all the other like militia and shit. They're kind of running towards the front of the gate. So I'm gonna say some of these guys run over here, and this group of people run along the side. And you see the little girl, which if you look at the Jade Rose square in the template there, you can see what her outfit looks like. You see she has like a mask over her face. She's really small, like she's like probably smaller than you at this point. Like she's like a little kid.
Yeah.
She
kind of like
you also see you see her kind of like her pistol, and she's like shaking. She's like, "He was my friend," and you see like tears going down her face.
Like, you kind of see Glacia's she kind of stops, like takes back and goes back in kind of a normal state, and she realizes that this isn't what she does. Glacia looks down at the dude, kind of see her pull her hand over, and you see kind of like ice and snow, like kind of gently fall out of her hand, and all the wounds that she just caused this man are now gone.
Oh.
She looks at, hold on, I want to just check something. Are Adam and Avery still fighting, technically?
Adam and Avery at this point have started fighting everyone in the camp.
Glacia looks, she's like, I would highly recommend finding a way out of here, if I were you to.
Avery wouldn't kill a kid.
No, I'm not, but just in general, because she looks, she's like, I would highly recommend both of you finding a way out of here.
Not until this is done. You see him cut down one guy, dead.
Oh, she wasn't talking to Adam, Tony.
Well, he says that and does that anyway.
Okay, well, fair enough. Glacia's like, it's gonna happen sooner or later. Kind of see her pull out her head, like her gauntlets kind of wrap around her hands again, and she looks at Raven and she's like, I don't know what you did to the Faunus that made him like this, but
killed us. She literally went out and killed a bunch of us for fun.
You then
she's like,
you see the young girl. She said, you see her kind of like, as you're kind of talking to her, she starts to like hyperventilate almost, and then she says, "Mom, get everyone out of here. It's happening again." And you start to see her lightning start to spark up. And
I tried.
You've come to realize that you have a speedster on your hands, and this is Glacier's first time encountering a speedster in her time.
Glacier looks out, she's like, you know, I really tried to be nice. I did. You kind of see, like, as her gauntlets kind of wrap around her fist, you kind of see her hair start to ignite, like a bright-ass blue like fire going around it. You see her eyes change from blue to like a kind of like a red, kind of like she's like, I don't know why you killed the fawn, but I won't harm you two. Everyone else though is on the table. You kind of see her turn around and just punch into the ground.
You punch into the ground?
Yes, because so when she uses freezer burn, her hands kind of like, you know how freezer burn works with Blake and or Yang and Weiss, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what she does is she can basically do that on her own, and you see her like kind of her gauntlet sparks up with fire dust, and you see her create a small patch, like a patch of ice in the floor, and she just punches the ground.
And it creates like
it mystifies the entire area.
All right. So we're misting again. Let me get some mist in here. You see
her kind of walk up to Adam and Avery. She gives them special, like, certain glass. Like, so she had glasses made specifically for when she's in her, like, for when people are in her mist that she wants to be able to see. Kind of see her, or like the masks have it kind of built in. So like Blake's mask has it built in, Adam's does, and Avery, do you have a White Fang mask?
Yeah, he does.
If that's the case, then it's built in.
Avery has like this crazy looking Oni mask.
With every White Fang mask made, she always made sure whoever like made the White Fang mask built it in that they have a way to see through her mist. So while the Bronwyn tribe can't see, anyone who works with the White Fang that's within this vicinity can see perfectly, as if mist wasn't there.
So, as Jade starts to, this is Jade, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Dang, really? I thought it was somebody else.
Misha, damn.
Damn, that was crazy, right?
Tony, would it be bad of me to shoot Jade?
Not in this timeline, I guess. Well, it's not a new timeline, but it's the past. It's okay, because you can sort of be retconned.
And then also, all you have is a scar from it.
You see, Jade begins to use her lightning to kind of. She's giving her followers, her friends, her family, a means, kind of a distraction to escape. She's trying to fend everybody off, and Raven looks to her and her peoples here. She's got here. She goes to she says in light of masking her name, and she says, Natasha, teach these White Fang why we don't fuck with the Bronwyn tribe ever again. You see her kind of smile, and she masks her appearance so she doesn't look like normal Neo, but she has the black hair and the green eyes that she usually does as a secret undercover outfit. And you see Roman walk up, he goes, gentlemen, you're in the wrong town. You see Raven leading members of the Bronwyn tribe safely out of the camp through secret passageways. They have a secret back exit.
Since I see them running away, can I just like shoot people in the back?
Because like I said, keep in mind, Tony, that Avery, Adam, Blake, and Glacier can all see through her fog purposely.
Yeah.
So I'm just shooting people in the back as they run.
All right, give me a roll to hit check. On like, give me a couple just to see how many people you might hit. I would say there's at least like 6 people there.
6? I have 6 dice.
6 people on this side of the camp running.
Tony.
Eh.
When he's done, I have an idea. And this is gonna be the reason why this. I remember how I said I changed it that Glacial leaves at the same time as Blake does.
25.
I figured out a perfect way to do it.
25. For all of them?
Well, 25 for the first.
Oh, okay.
25 for the second. Natural 1 for the third.
Ooh, okay.
Natural 20 for the fourth. And then, 7 plus 15 is
22.
22
Okay.
for the last. So I got a nat 20, a nat 1, 2 25s, and a 22.
Alright. You start firing. How many shots does your gun have before it runs out of ammo?
No, it is a 6-shooter.
A 6-shooter, okay.
And you
So-
technically only have 5 bullets, by the way. Cause you already shot one.
Oh yeah, he did shoot one, I guess.
You already shot one.
Well then I guess the nat 1 is me shooting someone.
Shooting
Well,
at click.
I'll determine the natural one. Don't you? I'll get to that in a moment. But
And then the nat 20, I just blow someone's brains out.
you fire
Also-
you fire 3 shots. 1 misses. 2 of them hit this individual in the back. Not completely killing him, but actually disabling him. My back!
Booming blade they are booming blade shots, so they will, if they try and move, they will take extra damage.
Ooh. You see him crumble to the ground. He's like, my back! I can't move! You see Raven dashing ahead, picking up the young lad, and looking. You see her helmet dash over and, like, eye you up. And,
As she moves him, he fucking gets a shot of lightning and dies.
he starts getting electrocuted in her arms. And, she has, like, an emergency, like, defibrillator that she tries to use on him, but by the time she tries to activate it, he's long gone. His spine was so shattered to the point it caused so much trauma, he fucking died. You nail another one in the back of the skull right next to Raven, and you've angered her to a point.
Explodes into chunks.
You essentially almost see like her yang explosion, like when she gets really angry. You see that happen to her, and you see her collectively gather her emotions, and she tries to get the rest out of there. One of them,
Tony.
your natural 1 bullet, gets sent off, but it misses completely, and goes. And Lacey, you're gonna hit.
Myself in the foot.
You actually get yourself right in your tail, right in the back of the tail. And you see there's a clean, large circular hole in your tail. And you just see, and it goes right through your tail and right through Adam's shin. And you both look at each other and you both look back up and you're like, ah!
Tony.
What?
So, can I do my set idea? No, I had a cool idea.
Yes.
So
You also
do
get,
I, like,
before I let you, I didn't get a chance to like Jay do her thing. She casts lightning at you. I'm gonna roll to hit against Galatia Shangshni. Actually, I'm gonna use my D&D Beyond character sheet. I forgot I've got you. Hello. Shaboom boom. So since it's a spell, I just cast thunder. It's thunderclap. So it does a thingy and then does another thingy. Lightning. 22. Does it hit?
Okay.
Alright.
Hold on, wait.
Actually, well, I don't have to roll to hit for that. It's just spell. So it's just 22 points of damage.
So what's your save DC? What's your save DC for your spells?
Hang on. Let me look.
Yeah, because some spells just happen and some spells have a save.
Constitution saving.
Like Like Hunter's Mark is just happens.
So Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
I'm making here. What's that roll? What is your save DC on your thing, on the spells, or well, on your spells in general? It'll show it at the top of your spell list. It'll say save DC underneath it.
Save DC.
Just so I know what I'm rolling against.
Well, give me the number. I'll tell you what it. I have it right here.
That's a 14.
14. Okay, mine's a 15. So you were just one below it. So I would say you take half of the damage. So 22 divided by 2, 11. Take 11 points of lightning damage.
Lydia will take 11 points of damage, but
Okay.
the other 11 that she was supposed to take, you kind of see it hit it, like you kind of see it partially hit her hand, but like half of it kind of like explodes off to her. But you see her glyph kind of in her hand absorbing it, and she kind of just closes her hand and the glyph within it, and then she uses her mist to her advantage. Hold on, let me just.
Did you just use absorb elements?
Yeah.
Nice.
But
you finally took that spell that I told you to take.
But Glacia does not fight back. So you see her she kind of skates through her mist. You kind of see her land right in front of where Raven is, and she looks at her. She's like, "I'm not gonna fight you, but I will give you a means to leaving the camp without getting harmed anymore." You kind of see her. She takes out like what look like glasses and throws them at her. These will give you your perfect vision through my mist. If you're gonna leave, do it now.
She says, "Why are you doing this?"
Because what the White Fang has been doing is it's chaotic. All we want is peace, and what Adam is doing and what whoever's in charge of the White Fang is doing is going to cause the complete opposite. Look at what's happening now.
Well, they deserve this. They literally killed innocent people.
All I ask is that don't look at all faunus the same. Because if you're going to keep killing us, this will keep happening.
She says, "We didn't start this war. They did it first.
And we don't want to be the ones to end it. I don't want to do this. There's no reason for us to be fighting."
That's what they always
Call off your dogs.
I don't have control over them, or else I would. I planned on coming in here quietly and talking. You see what they did?
They want revenge. All we wanted was a safe passage.
Well, this is your chance.
They attacked us. These people are innocent.
As I said, I don't know what's going on with half the groups that are inside the White Fang, but whatever they're plotting or whatever they're doing isn't going to help. And I promise that, which is why I know exactly that if you guys want safe passage, then go. I don't care about this at this point. We start the fight and we don't finish it, that's on us. If we start the fight and you finish it, that's on us. We're the ones who started it. Now, I told you, I would recommend leaving.
Fine. Everyone mount up. Watch your backs. You see them disappear into the mist. As a large splinter group of people were able, a large amount of people were able to escape. You see the little girl still in the center fighting, and you actually see Avery. You see at lightning speed, you were almost punched. You were dragged at least 30 feet back, so you're almost getting like you're getting pulled into like a she's grabbing you and racing you forward, and she throws you into a tree like
Tony,
26 tiles back.
Can I sleight of hand basically turn my gun into a knife, and as she like charges into me, I stab her?
I'm gonna say let's I would roll for give me a perception check for that.
The right spot.
With disadvantage because of super speed. Because this is happening extremely quickly, you wouldn't have had enough time to react, but let's see how your check does.
Perception, I'm gonna add Stroke of Genius preemptively, so by perception +6 +5. So a very large number. Okay. God, that is a large number. 29.
29.
18 +6 +5.
And that's with disadvantage?
Oh, right, disadvantage. God. That is a 10 plus 6 is 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay.
21.
I would say you don't entirely manage to get the knife out in time to get a quick stab when she does collide with you. She brings you about 30 feet out of the camp and she throws you into this tree, and at super speed she just starts going fucking like punching you up and down your body.
Will my shield activate so that I'm not actually getting hit?
You don't block getting hit at super speed.
Technically, the shield also was already active.
Oh,
So-
yeah, my shield is so...
It doesn't prevent her from being able to hit you. Yeah, she can punch through shield. Only because the shield's just... Isn't the shield just adding 15... another 5%? Or another +5?
+5 to my AC, 17.
This
That's
hit
a
the...
22 AC, that's a very high AC, Tony.
Yeah. Let me see something here. Let me see. I'll give her a roll for that. $26.
Well, that hits.
So you get, I would say, about a 40 rep punch of just like seemingly getting punched up and down your body before you get one final uppercut into the tree, and you get uppercutted to the point like where you're like stuck in the tree, and you're like your legs are dangling out. You're like, ah!
Avery's stuck in the tree again.
This time you're stuck like up in it, and like you're caught in the vines and shit. You didn't see her. Then the speedster. You see her like looking up at you. You lock eyes with her, and you see her holding a gun at you, but she's shaking and she's like crying at the same time. You see her, she's just like, and if you look at the picture next to your camera there, that's the outfit she's wearing. This is young Jade from a long time ago.
So I look up at her, I smile, and then I quickly grab the gun out of her hand and backhand her.
Well, she's not, well, you're up in the tree. She's standing like about over here, so you wouldn't be in like close enough range to grab it from her like that. She's standing like...
I'll use a different gadget I have. I'm gonna Misty Step behind her.
Can you Misty Step out of the... Oh, you can just teleport. Okay.
I just teleport right out of the tree behind her.
Seems legit.
Grab her gun, and just grab her gun and put it directly against her chin. From behind her.
As you do that, you see her speed off, and she hides behind this tree, kind of peeking at you. Like, just go away.
Tony.
Your people killed my people. We're just trying to even the score.
That's not fair. They were my friends.
Your friends killed Faunus for being Faunus. Is that fair?
They were protecting themselves. They got attacked first. We're always on the run from you guys. We just want to be left alone. My mom says...
feelings not matter.
My mom says you guys started this war.
And how do you know she's telling the truth? I learned at a young age. And I get down to her level as I slowly approach. I learned at a very young age not to trust everyone, especially those you hold dear.
Tony.
Because sooner or later, they'll hurt you worse than anyone else could. That's something you should learn, Little Red. Don't trust anyone. Maybe you'll survive long enough. And Avery points the gun and shoots it above her head. Now run.
See
And
blue lightning speed off.
Avery wasn't gonna kill a kid, but he was gonna teach her a lesson.
You see, by this point, the Brahmin tribe is completely cleared out. And as you return back to the camp, you notice Roman and Neo, or as she's being... you don't recognize her as Neo, you see her disguised as some different form, so you don't exactly know who she is.
It's the form she was when she was in the Vital Festival.
You do see them, however, blink out of existence as they kind of kicked Adam's ass as he had a bullet in his foot and he was disabled for a minute. And you see him kind of...
Look at Adam and go, I just look at Adam and go, what the fuck, man? How do you let them beat you?
Fuck off, man. The hell was that?
What? You talking about the quick one? I don't know. I've never seen someone move that quickly. Not normal.
But I see it kind of like comes back like...
He sees Blake sitting up top there and he says, "And you did nothing? We walked out of here with 2 kills, maximum."
Wait, are you talking? Are you adding the guy that Glacia? Because Glacia didn't kill the dude she attacked.
No, we got 3 kills. The big guy, and then the two that I murdered as they were running away.
You didn't see Rain coming out of this doorway with a sword through some guy's gullet.
4 confirmed kills.
Sorry, one of us had to grab the data they had. How else will we figure out where they're heading next? Since you two wanted to dick around with a speedster. Where's Glacia?
So, Tony, can I roll deception on these two?
Sure.
On Adam? I'm gonna roll deception. Where is my deception?
It's on your dice.
That was a dirty 20 for deception. So, what Glacio did before coming back is she made like cuts on her body with her claws so that she would look like she fought and lost.
Ooh.
She's like, you know, someone had to go chase after the people that ran.
And
how the fuck do you expect me to? Do you expect me to win a fight against 7 different people?
Well, you went ahead and mauled the one guy.
Yeah, and
could have mauled the rest.
No, you really don't get it. When you're fighting a Bronwyn tribe member, you do realize that they're all trained, no matter what.
Glacia, this doesn't even hit the tip of the iceberg. We lost Wrench, Lydia, August, Maria, all of them. We lost all of them. Our entire...
You know,
this isn't fair.
Scott, how many did they kill? That's my question.
They killed our entire recount pickup. At least 12 Faunus, including children and families, innocent, that we were just trying to transport off to the back to Menagerie where they be safe. And now look at us.
And this is why Bronwyns aren't to be trusted.
You don't think I know that?
You see kind of Glacia kind of like, she puts her hand, her fist in her hand, she's like, did you guys ever think that we were the ones who started it?
How is killing children us starting it?
We're the ones who attack first, 9 times out of 10. The Bronwyns react. Trust me, I'm the one who's been on recon for them for way longer than you think. I'm a stealth op for a reason. The Bronwyns, they don't attack until they attack back. They react. That's their prioritized. That's what they prioritize.
Yeah, well, they're quite shitty if they prioritize children over active people. Just saying.
Bandits have only ever shown their true nature, regardless of what species they are.
What do you think we're doing? Do you ever wonder why the humans keep attacking us? Because we're proving them right. We're proving to them that we're savages. Do you ever think
We
about
didn't
that?
attack them until they started attacking us. Don't you realize that?
Retaliating
The bandits
is not gonna change anything.
shot down our ships and raided us for supplies and anything they could scavenge off of us and killed whoever got in their way.
You kind of see Glacia, you kind of see her emotions start to flare up. You see her hair start to turn, like, you kind of see, like, a mini fucking freezer burn explosion. She's like, and who knows, for all we know, they could have started, it doesn't change anything. We're proving to the humans that we're just fucking savages.
And Glacia, how would you feel if your mother was on that transport? Wasn't she supposed to go out that day?
My
Didn't
mother...
you tell her to stay back?
Yes, I told my mother to stay back because she doesn't need to do recon. That's what I am for. But you guys choose to not send me anyway.
She could have been the one on that transport.
That wasn't us anyway, that was Sienna. Sienna, as I've said before, is a failed leader and she needs to be removed from the chair.
Removing the leader isn't gonna do much. It's just gonna put someone else in charge who's gonna make us even look worse than we already are.
Who's going to run it better and make things happen the way they're supposed to.
Running it better? You call what Sienna's doing running it better than anyone has prior?
Sienna has done nothing but sit in that throne and balk orders without seeing the real world of consequences.
That's what the high leader of the White Fang does. It doesn't change with whoever's in the
Sienna used to be in the field all the time. When she got her leadership, she stepped far away from the battlefront. I would lead my people
How would it
into
look
battle.
at the high leader of the White Fang just fell in battle? You really think that they want our high leader to die in the hands of some random enemy that we don't even need to fight?
Well, he wouldn't die. He would be strong. He wouldn't be a petty tribe member and the high leader of the White Fang. You really think they would...
You underestimate people. And
No.
that is your one biggest downfall.
I don't underestimate anything. I know from experience.
Well, what did you call this? What do you call the Bronwyns? What do you, when you fight someone for the first time, and you win, you go ahead and underestimate everyone else that has something to do with them.
This wasn't a win.
That's how you work.
This was a colossal waste of time.
You're right. And so is being a part of the White Fang. You kind of see Glacia just punch her hand into the ground, and you see her kind of vanish off into the mist.
Temper on that one.
You kind of see the White Fang mask in the ground.
You see Adam walk out by himself.
Avery follows behind and says, "She'll be back. Her mother's here after all."
Little does he know, this is getting to the point where her parents were already leaving. That was the whole thing, because her parents were what kind of sparked the idea in her head. Because that's why she told her mother to stay back.
You also see Blake. She says, "I'll see you guys back at camp." You see her walk off on her own. And Rain says, well, I thought this was a great time, and I got to kill a few people, so I'm satisfied.
Anyway, I'm shipping off tomorrow to start my mission in Vacuo, so
Well done.
this was a nice going away party.
I'll say. Until next time, engineer. And you see her kind of wander off.
Until next time, Madam Rain.
And
Is Avery just sitting here all alone?
yeah, pretty much.
Avery just looks around. And he walks into the Bronwyn camp. And just goes to Raven's office. Her office is her room.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have some of her like sword blades lying around?
Make a perception check.
Okay, I get a +6 to this.
I have an idea.
20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
14 + 6.
You search around the cabin, and you don't find much. You do find some components and knickknacks around that she uses to modify her weapon. You actually find a workbench that she uses to work on her weapon. You don't see any sword parts or anything like that, but you do see some viable components and gizmos that are pretty high-tech.
Avery sits there for a bit and pulls out some like blue, like teal metal that he's had commissioned. And he starts working on it. He closes the door and starts working on a new weapon.
Ooh. And from there, we end the flashback sequence. We bring it back.
Oh wait, we're going back to normal, right?
Yeah.
So
we're going back
Chris,
to the confrontation with Adam.
So Chris, before you came in, Rain and Glacia started fighting, but Glacia, after that flashback, you kind of look at Glacia and you recognize that she's no longer fighting with the daggers. She's full-blown fighting with fisticuffs like she used to.
Fuck yeah.
You saw that she so she had brought like a bag with her that she doesn't normally carry, and it had her old white fang weapons in it, like her claw gauntlets, and now she has those on, and she's fighting. That's what she's fighting with.
Meanwhile, before the fight happened, we did a bit of a rewind time, and essentially that segment that we had at the end of the last session that you were in, where we had that confrontation with Adam,
With the
essentially exists as a possible reality that Jackson was like. Essentially, Jackson was doing the Doctor Strange. He was looking through all the different possible outcomes of this scenario, and before the encounter even began, he flies over to Avery, encouraging him to continue to work on the machine, as they need to get that ready so they can get to the where they gotta go.
Instead of fighting Adam.
Yeah, he tells you in the way, like, he's like, trust me, you have to get the machine ready. I saw it. This is the one. If you let him get to you now, it's just going to lead to endless banter, and we'll lose her altogether.
One sheet of bounty versus one sheet of the ordinary brand.
Okay.
He then puts his hand on your shoulder. He says, Avery, today's the day. Today's the day I finish my book.
I become an IT worker?
Today's the day we waited for?
He takes out his notebook. Let me change the song real quick. He shoves the book into your hand, or into your chest, and it's the book he's been writing for a very long time. It's been the story of his family tree. He's been writing stories, and as he's been experiencing with summoning, you know, his every person he summons through his spirit, you know, his semblance and stuff, he's able to summon and recall onto his ancestors and people from his past, and he's been writing
Don't you dare.
writing stories about all of
Don't you
them. He pushes it in your chest and he says, "You have to finish the final chapter for me."
No. No. You do not
Tony.
get to leave like this.
As they're talking, they hear like very loud in the back. They just hear a loud clash between a sword and a gauntlet. And they just kind of hear it just keep going, and they're just going kind of flying back and forth. You can hear it.
If you tell me that I need to do this, you're not going in alone. I cannot let you go in alone.
He says,
I can't. If you say I'm fated to sit here at this computer and get us to where we need to go, you
Look,
are
points-
still going to be fighting with pieces of me.
actually, he takes out a Polaroid of Team Jaeger, of everyone together. He says, he points to Jade and he says, "That girl needs you right now."
And I need you right now.
Avery, I've done this song and dance a long time, more than I think anyone's ever really realized.
Avery just places his hand on top of Jackson's head and gives him a scratch on the ears.
He starts doing the foot kick.
You're not going in there alone. And Avery holds out his gun. And he focuses. And his gun spiderweb cracks. As well as his cloak and hood that he wears. As they shatter. And form into dust that circle his hand. And then, as the dust clears, there are two katanas. One shorter than the other. Technically, it's a katana and a wakadashi.
A Wakazashi.
Wakazashi, yeah. And he puts them in. He puts them in a.
Miyamoto Musashi.
He puts them in
Miyamoto Musashi.
Jackson's hand and says, "The long one stores the energy. The short one deals the damage. The short one
Releases.
releases the energy." Thank you. I was
You're
having
welcome.
trouble.
You're welcome.
And as Jackson sort of like pulls the sword out of this sheath, he sees a recognizable look of. It resembles Adam's katana almost perfectly.
Ooh.
Except the blade is. The blade is aqua blue, bright and shining.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And it's yours. That's your sword. That's so cool.
It is. That's Avery's sword.
That's so dope.
That I literally connected the flashback. That
yeah.
was the weapon he made in Raven's
yeah.
workshop.
Fuck yeah.
And Avery just looks at Jackson and says, "You big dumb fuck. You do not get to leave me that easy."
I wish it were that easy. Truly.
If you die out there, you better at least take a limb.
He then rips. He grabs his necklace on his collar, rips it off. He says, "Miss Remnant has been good to me. Time has come to repay the favor." Gives you the necklace. And you see him kind of start to float up. And as he's looking down, he's smiling at you. He's just like, "You've been a good friend." And you see him turn almost.
You as well.
He merges both his physical form and his ghostly form into one, and you see him phase out through the ceiling and out into the stars. And he almost
He just left?
he left you with something, one last thing to do.
Wait, is my sword just sitting on the ground?
It's in your hands, like this.
After you gave it to him, kind of like
Yeah.
you caught the swords back in your hands.
Avery ties the necklace to the sword, places the katana on his hip, and then the wakadashi on his back,
All right.
and continues to type.
Y'all ready for? We're getting close to this final cliffhanger. So, got anything else?
And Avery is hate typing, I will say.
You typing?
I want to. So we cut back to like after Avery still casually hears the sound of Glacia's old gauntlets just cracking and going crack and crack against Rain's fucking sword. You kind of hear maniacal laughing coming from her at the same time. She's like,
yeah.
"Oh, I missed this," and she's like, "What's the matter, Rain? You're nowhere near as strong as you used to be."
Shut up! And you just hear her cast a fireball.
You hear she kind of catches it with the gauntlet, and she's still using it for element, by the way.
Oh,
and
I forgot. I was gonna do this too. She says, "You know why they call?" She's like, "Guess they never told you why my name is Rain. My real name is Rain Fall." And the ceiling starts to rumble. And this also just confirms that she is the sister of Cinderfall.
Like I said, as she's going blow for blow, you kind of hear just the maniacal laughing of fucking Glacia. Because something that always came with her using these gauntlets is one of the reasons she hasn't touched them since she left the White Fang. Is one, it was her connection back to the White Fang, but two, because her using these gauntlets basically tapped back into the side that she loved using when she was in the White Fang, but hates using now, which is like her more like brutal side, her more like feral side in a sense.
But Glacia is crazy.
She's a little crazy.
Do you know how many voices that bitch has in her head?
She got a lot of voices.
Oh, trust me, they're not gonna be there for long. There's a reason for that.
Fuck yeah.
But like you just hear them going blow for blow, and Avery, can I just have your reaction just hearing the maniacal laughing? And mind you, you recognize it because you've heard it before. You heard it from when Glacia was in the White Fang in the zone.
Avery just like chuckles. Well, Avery's not like happy, but sort of like there's a small crack of a smile through his like sorrow, and he just says, "I wondered when she'd come back."
Glacia's like, I've always had the most fun fighting you, Rain. But one thing you always forgot is you were always one step behind. I don't care what kind of powers you have now. You won't be ahead of me ever again. And you will never be ahead of me. No! As they're trading blow for blow. They're just going back and forth.
Let me guess, you're gonna become the Wizard King?
I'm gonna become... No.
Your magic is never giving up.
Your magic is never giving up. But Glacia kind of... So, Tony, I have one last thing to do.
Okay.
And so something about Glacia is... So the songs, why, yes, a lot of them are known for having white hair. A fun little backstory is that the only reason they have white hair is because of the fact that they're a line of they're like the next in line to be withholding the god of the god of ice, which is what I call her, because she can her job back in with the gods was she would hold time and let people rethink their decisions before they did it.
Okay.
So, but one small thing about her is white hair is not her natural hair color.
Yeah.
Her natural hair color is pink, is in effect. So,
damn.
Oh, pink.
As she's trading,
I know who you are now, you bitch.
She's trading blow for blow with Rain, you notice her hair go from white, and you see it turn back into pink. Whereas her whole thing with her hair is that the more she tapped into her the god in her mind, was the longer her hair would stay white for. But while the god is still technically there, she's tapping back into her own just pure strength.
Ooh.
And so she's going back to being herself, which is Glacia Song Schnee. She's still an Arctic Fox Faunus. She is she's back to, well, what I would say is her normal self, and she's just trading. She's just trading.
Slime friend, motherfucker.
Oh, what are you thinking of? Are you thinking of Shuna?
Not Shuna.
Or Shion?
Not Shion.
What are you thinking of?
Fucking demon.
Oh,
Lord
Malim! Oh, you're thinking of Malim! Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah.
Malim.
Oh my god.
Kind of, yeah, but
Well.
she's like, you kind of. Don't say that, because I will end up turning her into Malim on accident. I will end up turning her into Malim.
You already have a pink-haired maniac who fights with her fists.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I kind of mixed two characters together at that point.
Yeah, right. And
You kind of just. That's all Avery hears. Is the maniacal laughter.
So we're gonna end it over here with Avery, and Avery is working on the machine crazy, like he's going ham at this, and you're operating the machine like you're pretty much like spread thin, like you got your tail operating the levers and shit. You
got different clones.
You're manually fucking pulling the fucking because this operating system runs like an old train, so you're pretty much manually moving all of the tunnels back into place, and you've lined up a perfect route that leads right to the lair of the Goliath. And as you're looking at the computer display, you see one of the cameras cut in, and you see video footage of inside the lair. And inside the lair, you see the big man himself, the Goliath, an 8-foot tall bear faunus, and you see a giant portal, and you see Jade kind of like defeated by the Goliath, and you see that coming out of the portal, you see Adelon crawling out of the Speed Force as Misha was just sacrificed to the Speed Force by the Goliath himself. He stole Misha's speed and used it to bring back the true god of time, as he calls himself, Adelon.
Not the true god of time. The true god of time is currently stuck in the future with fucking Xenon.
And you see him crawling out of the Speed Force, and all you hear through the muffled audio on the computer relay, all you hear is,
I'm finally free.
and you see Jade, angry, sad. She just watched pretty much sort of the love of her life. She hasn't known her and hasn't been with her that long, but she's been with her long enough to...
The love of her past.
The love of her past. And it's not good. It's not good at all. But you see Jade. Let me get that down this part of my page that I've read a little last episode. Haha. Here we go. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this, I don't think. Hold on.
Y'all ready for this? Bum 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 bum.
Bum 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 bum. Oh wait, I was ready. Actually, no, this one.
Geonosis?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey yo, is
Here we go.
that where we crashed the last ship?
Maybe. You see, it says, as Misha's Speed Force is pulled into this, or her Speed Force energy is pulled into the machine, a malevolent being emerges, Adelon, Mirror Master, a new god of time.
Oh, Jade. How I missed you. You didn't think I'd miss how this all turned turns out.
You see, I'm sorry, I'm like dying over here. Ugh, literally getting killed by the Mirror Master himself.
Eidolon chokes on Dick and
He's like, she says, "You sick bastard. I'll kill you!" You see her get angry, furious even. Her powers, despite her limitations by the Goliath at that time, was affecting her powers using his crown. But despite her limitations, the negative speed force inside of her consumes her as she becomes Reverse Jade for the very first time.
She was already Reverse Jade.
The Reverse Jade that has been kind of fucking with us the last couple of times has been kind of not really our Jade, but more of a Jade from a reality that is long gone. She survived after the multiverse was destroyed and reality was reset. And yeah. That's all you see in the security cams as you see Jade. You see Eidolon kind of walk up, grab Jade by the neck, and like holding her, and he's going. It looks like he's getting ready to stab her, and it looks like we're running out of time. But this is where we're gonna call it as a cliffhanger. If you have any final lines of dialogue you want to get through.
No, because you still kind of just, all that's in the background is just maniacal laughing and just going just fucking Glacia going fisticuffs with fucking a sword.
All you hear is Avery groan under his breath. Why'd I skip tail day?
Jesus Christ. And we'll leave it at that. Fellas, we conclude tonight's session. A sprawling conclusion. Next time on Jaeger, will our heroes save Jade in time?
Probably
Oh,
not.
I've read. Let me read because I didn't read it. I read it at the beginning, but he wasn't. Chris joined in late. Let me read. I want him to know what I said at the other thing. So, I'll read our previously on one last time as we end the stream off for tonight. Previously on Jaeger episode 16, the day we've waited for. After an encounter with the Reverse Jade, Jade was found herself thrust onto a new path. The Trial of the Sword, a prophecy written by an ancient alien species. As the Reverse Jade urges her to carry the sword, she learns that today is the day they meet for the very first time. As Jade accepts the sword, she rushes off to face down the Goliath alone, thinking highly of saving her friends, her city, and her beloved kingdom. Before long, Jade was outmatched by Goliath's will and was forced to unlock an ancient power source that would inevitably harness Misha's speed, sacrificing her to the artificial speed force. Releasing Eidolon from his tomb, and now her ascendancy of the negative speed force has begun, and her friends are the only ones who can save her now. Will Jade find balance between the light and dark sides of the speed force, or will her war with the Reverse Jade begin again? And that's what tuned into this episode. That was what happened last episode with just me and Lil.
Sorry,
And
I had work.
no, you're good.
Hey, on Friday I'm getting paid for that week I did work.
Yeah.
Making some money.
Nice. Wow. Overtime.
Nice.
Yeah.
Getting that frickin'
Yeah.
that's sure. Yeah. Well,
I
fellas.
mean, I don't want to say how much money I made on the internet, but I made some money.
All on onlychris.com.
People pay me to keep my clothes on.
Pay me to keep my clothes on.
Hey, people pay me to keep my socks off. So they want them juicy feet pics.
I didn't know you had a wiki feet.
Well, you can find me on
Feedfinder?
Feedfinder. On feedfinder.gov. Well,
That isn't an actual website, right? That's just a...
it could. Hopefully, I
Feedfinder?
hope so. I'm gonna go look it up.
I think it is.
Oh God.
I'm gonna fall asleep watching it. Fellas, thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Jaeger, episode 17. My partner in time at feetfinder.com/TonyTheDudeTV. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode.
Slowly turning into Demon Lord Malim on complete accident.
Right.
I genuinely didn't even mean to do that. I'm not gonna lie, the pink hair idea wasn't because I wanted her to be Malim.
Yeah.
Not at all. The pink hair because because she acts like I have her thing on D&D Beyond is Nino Nakano, so I was gonna just make her just a more chaotic version of Nino.
Oh shit.
But
now
the Malim idea sounds better. Now the Malim idea sounded better. So.
God damn it. Well, fellas, thank y'all for joining me this week.
All you need now is an uncle who's a dragon and a fucking. All you need is an uncle who's a dragon and a slime best friend who's OP.
I mean, technically, Malim's also OP as fuck. If you really want to get technical.
Yeah, but Rimuru could beat her.
Oh well, yeah, Rimuru could beat anybody.
So, yeah.
That verse.
It's pretty crazy and stuff. So, like, thank y'all for joining and stuff. Like, it was really great. I'll catch y'all later. Bye. See y'all next week. Oh, and next week, I'm thinking is gonna be season finale of Jaeger. So it's a session not to miss.
I have an idea since it's the final episode.
No spoilers. Let's talk about it when we're off stream, so we don't spoil anything.
Yeah. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all
We don't want to spoil anything.
next week. Oh no,
Later,
this is the song.
Bye, guys.